Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching or listening to us from. Welcome to Stalker Team, the Investors Channel. Today, the 13th of February 2025. Before we go further, let's just make our usual disclaimer. Every information shared on this channel is for education and information purpose only. So do your due diligence or consult your financial advisor before making any decision. And on that note, we welcome all our subscribers across the world. Thank you for following us, for putting on your notification bell. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please, we really want to invite you to join this community. It's a very vibrant community and we are very happy to actually have everyone. So please subscribe to our channel, put on the notification bell. Also, join our community on X. That's where we share all the breaking news that's actually moving the market and how you can keep in touch with your investment and your money. We are discussing a very special stock on the Stalker Team Magnificent 7 list. So at the beginning of this year, we unveiled the Stalker Team Magnificent 7 stocks, which includes Apple, Amazon, Uber Technologies, Robinhood, Palantir, and also the S&P 500 index, which is either the VU or the VUSD, depending on which part of the world you actually live in. So today it is about Robinhood. Why is Robinhood moving at a very fast rate, especially today? The stock is up about 12% as the trading is still going on Wall Street. Yesterday, Robinhood actually released its fourth quarter result for 2024. It was much more expected that Robinhood was going to beat the estimates, the forecast, but the result came actually on a huge surprise. The estimate was beaten beyond what was expected. So we actually believe that Robinhood was always going to perform, but we never actually expected that the revenue, the net income for that quarter, which is last quarter of last year, will actually outperform to that level. So today we are upgrading Robinhood Technologies to outperform. We also believe the stock has what it takes to 10x what it has now, what it actually trades at now, to about $500 in the next 2 to 3 years. There are so many catalysts we are going to share with you, and so we are going to build our case. Just join me as we just jump right in. Thank you. So as you can see, Robinhood's result for the fourth quarter last year, that was released yesterday, actually came out on a very good note, even better than what Wall Street actually projected. For the first time, Robinhood has now crossed $1 billion in quarterly revenue. The revenue for fourth quarter last year was very, very impressive. You can see that the transaction-based revenue for the company is about over $600 million, 72 million dollars as the last quarter. The net interest revenue was over 296 million, and also other revenues of the company was also very, very good. Now, if you look at the trajectory of this company, just by looking at this chart, you actually see a company that is growing not just at a very fast rate, but the company is actually expanding its income base, how the company actually makes money. And that's why we think Robinhood is going to be one of the most surprising stock to own, at least in the next 2 to 3 years. The stock price target that we have, just like I've said, is $500 in the next 2 to 3 years. And I'm going to show you some amazing plans that this company actually has. And that's why we are very, very much bullish on this stock. Just stay with me. So when you're looking at a company that is looking to grow, not just from the stock point of view, but from a business point of view, Robinhood is actually one of those companies that is likely to grow very fast at a very significant rate. Across the world, Robinhood is making huge steps to actually diversify the kind of business it offers. So, on the baseline level, Robinhood is a stocks and shares trading platform. Starting out of the US, Robinhood has now expanded into Europe. It has now expanded into the UK market, and it is likely that this company might actually make the move into sub-Saharan African market later this year or early next year. And what does that mean? It means that Robinhood is likely to serve a huge and a bigger, market base. This business is also very much diversified into credit cards, is diversified into crypto trading, is diversified into some other products such as sports betting, especially in the US. And it is likely that Robinhood, with the cash base that the company has, the company is likely to actually do some acquisition. Last year, Robinhood did some acquisition also in the UK with the acquisition of Bitstamp, Trade PMR, which is the advisory platform that allows people to actually choose investment that they own. Robinhood actually acquired that company last year as well. So this is looking like another Palantir in the making. Today, we are actually seeing Robinhood being one of those stocks that if you are looking to own a stock that is likely to 10x in the next 2 to 3 years, this might actually be a stock to look out for. And that's why on the Stocker Team Magnificent 7 list, Robinhood is actually there. Part of what we are also saying that they are also trying to leverage is to actually expand the base to a target audience or is a market segment who are not actually more savvy about investment. They need more advice, they need more guidance. So with the acquisition of the likes of Trade PMR, Robinhood is looking to actually go into the segment where a whole lot of people who don't have the knowledge, just like what we are sharing here, they can just basically deposit funds, and Robinhood, will be able to actually select or recommend using artificial intelligence or even robotics trading to actually guide them based on their risk appetite. And that's where we think this company has what it takes to actually reach a bigger market and become much more successful. If you look at the likes of Charles Schwab, Interactive Brokers, that are actually the bigger or more or less the oldest competitors out of this segment that Robinhood is playing in, most of these companies are actually not getting acquisition from the younger audience, especially the millennial population. So Robinhood has that market on lockdown, and we believe that is the next phase of growth. If this company can actually expand to sub-Saharan market, if it can expand across Europe and also maybe Asia Pacific, for instance, we see that growth opportunity, and even Southeast Asia, markets like India. Yes, some of those markets are a bit more protective, but we believe that this is actually an opportunity for Robinhood to actually do better. From a point of view of a stock that can actually 10x. So that is our price target for the next 2 to 3 years, up to 2027, 2028. We believe this stock has what it takes to reach $500 per share. Would there be a stock split by then, which is basically existing shareholders having what they actually own divided by 10 or by 5, and the stock will actually become cheaper? Let's see what Robinhood is going to do. There's also a huge buyback program that the company is planning, which is also another opportunity to own the stock. So let's hear from you. What do you think about Robinhood Technologies? Do you think it's a stock that will 10x, just like we've said? Do you think it's a stock that you want to own? Of course, on Stocker Team, it's one of our Magnificent 7 stock. We are just going to go into that stock performance just before I end this episode. So if you look at the stock performance in the last 1 year, Robinhood Technologies actually has been one of the most successful stocks on Wall Street. If you can see, over 362%, 360% or thereabout. If you look at the last 5 years, you can actually see that this stock was actually trading at a very, very low price because of what happened after COVID, when there was a huge reopening. There was also the invasion of Ukraine, the inflation that actually went up. So a whole lot of high growth stocks, especially the ones that weren't actually necessarily making profit, actually saw a big haircut in their valuation. Now that the market has priced in a whole lot of all of those drawdown, the market is now a bit more optimistic on inflation. Yes, inflation is still very high, but if you see this stock in the last 1 year, it's been one of the most successful stock on Wall Street. All time, this stock has done over 65%. And we actually think that by 2027, 2028, this stock should actually be trading at about $500. At the end of this year, we believe this stock should be doing close to about $100 per share. So we actually see it almost doubling what it's actually doing now. And in the next 2 to 3 years, just about $100, added almost 1.5 year. That's what we see. So what do you think about Robinhood Technologies? Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for being part of this channel. Please subscribe to our channel, put on your notification bell. Also, don't forget to join our community on X. Till tomorrow, when we see again, please keep investing and keep growing. Take care and bye-bye.